What's a sport men and women can compete in fairly? Target shooting. Pool. The Koreans will just win anyway. Snooker, billiards, darts, equestrianism, horse riding, sailing, motor racing. Smash Bros. Darts, cornhole, shuffleboard, etc. You know, drinking games. Darts. Horseback riding. Any sport that rewards precision instead of strength, or where being smaller could be a competitive advantage. Target shooting. Billiards and darts come to mind immediately. I'm sure I could come up with more if I sat down and really thought about it. Fishing. Curling. Chess. Power shitting. Anything that's based on intelligence, strategy or accuracy instead of physical strength. Once that comes into play, the average woman will always be at a disadvantage against the average man. Bowling. Beyblade. Skydiving. A lot of women are very good at competitive shooting sports. Fencing. Trust me. I've done épée, which your whole body is your target area, and I've taken a few nut shots by female fencers. Fairly. Any sport. Fair is fair. Equally. Target shooting. Super long distance running to a point. Since women actually are better than men after a certain distance. And things like darts or billiards, where size, strength, etc. don't impact the game. Bass fishing. The only real sport. Esports. To consider competing equally, you should also consider who historically has benefited more being good at a sport. Since most sports has not had any monetary prospect for women, there is spent less resources to develop women's ability to be good at most sports. Therefore, you cannot yet compare men and women equally in a sport that in theory should be equal. But this is slowly changing, and someday this might happen. This belongs on our Askreddit. Archery. Pokemon battle. Diving. Poker. Darts. Or do we have different elbows or something? Bowls. Pool, billiards, archery, shooting. Curling. Curling. Ping pong. Curling. Poker. Chess. Poker. Golf. Each player will be given a handicap index that theoretically balances out the scoring. Table tennis. Horse racing, three-day eventing, snooker, motorsports. Archery, if you use fixed bow strength. Any team sport where half the members of each team are women and half are men. Long-distance open water swimming. Cornhole, pool, darts, beer pong. Darts. Archery. Billiards. Shooting. Racing. Shooting. Timed events. Basically anything that isn't contact related. Bowling. NHRA drag racing. Bull riding. Depends on your definition of sport. Contact sport. Almost none. Mental sports like chess, checkers. Esports stuff like League, etc. Games of skill, etc. Anything that has no contact but where you still face opposition with direct-indirect interference by the other players is a valid sport in my mind, and are all fair game, limited only by personal skill, practice, and in the moment plays. All the stuff that's more of a hobby than a sport, bowling, shooting, pool, etc. archery, darts, chess, racing. Drivers' weight matters and plenty of gals average much lighter than guys. It's been scientifically proven that a softball is harder to hit than a baseball. So let them play soft base. Esports. Table tennis. There was a show match not so long ago confronting the top men versus top women in China. The women won. Bocce ball, chess, archery, bowling, darts, poker, fishing, shooting, esports, F1, horse racing, bull riding, skiing, snowboarding, fencing. Dart maybe. Chess, bowling, curling, pickleball, pool, darts, shooting sports. Any sport, just separate by weight class. Man shrugging, medium dark skin tone. Equestrian. Probably too late for anyone to see this. Low no contact team sports. Baseball, track and field, soccer, volleyball, crew, automotive racing, curling. The league would just need to set parameters for how many men versus women can occupy each position and how many must be represented on the roster. Mixed gender would be more interesting than men versus women in 99 of athletic competition. Seems like it would provide greater opportunities to include trans people without as much fuss. I'm surprised no one has said sailing yet. Curling, curling, pocket pool, F1, equestrian events, dressage, eventing and show jumping. It takes fitness and skill, but size, strength and body type are not big factors. Sports where accuracy is the goal, not strength. X200B. So things like target shooting, archery, and darts, possibly bowling. While men will throw the ball harder, accuracy is just as important as SOID. X200B. A few women have competed against men in automotive racing such as NASCAR and IndyCar. Women have an advantage in equestrian sports due to generally having lower body weight, so there is less strain on the horse. Golf, cheerleading, drag racing, auto racing, darts, badminton, rolling on the floor laughing.